Yes, people. What's going on? This is the second show of the day. Today, honestly, we got to talk about a lot of stuff. We got to talk about the Rashford Saka debate that's constantly on the internet. We got to get onto that. We're also going to be doing our top four predictions for the Premier League, and we're also going to predict who we think is going to win and go to the next round in the Europa League and in the Champions League. As you guys know, Arsenal are not in the Europa League yet. We're going to be in the Europa League next round. Also, if you're watching at this moment in time, do me a favor. We're trying to get this video past at least 100 likes. Make sure you leave a like on the video if you're watching, and make sure you leave a comment if you're watching on the playback. Big up Mustafa in the chat, bro. Hope you're doing well, my guy. Big up Ben in the chat saying Southgate definitely needs to play both together. Saka on the right, Rashford on the left. I'm not going to lie to you. How Southgate did not play those guys was ridiculous. It was absolutely criminal that he didn't play them both together. I personally think if he would have played both of them together, for those final games against France and stuff, they would have won. They would have won. I just think they messed up. They had an opportunity to play both of them, and he just messed it up. This is why people want Southgate gone. This is why people want Southgate gone, and it was criminal what he did. Absolutely criminal what he did. He should not have a job right now at England, especially after the way that things ended. I'm surprised he still has a job. Personally, that's just me. Some other people would say other things, but I personally think, you know what? At this moment in time, he shouldn't even be in a job. He shouldn't. Why is he in the job? Because you know what it is. England, they have a situation where they're gonna just they have their favorites and they're keeping Southgate. But right now, let's get back to the main thing. We're gonna talk about our Premier League predictions also. Who do you guys think are who do you guys think is going to be in the top four for the Premier League? Obviously, we're gonna ask who's gonna win the Premier League, and Kaz is gonna be here, so we're gonna pick his brain a little bit. Ask him, is Manchester United in the title race? These things we're gonna need to get the answers. But before we go any further, make sure you guys do tell me, what do you guys think? Bukayo Saka versus Rashford. Do you think this is just a thing that's been drawn up by Manchester United fans, Arsenal fans, tribalism? Where do you think this stems from? Because it seems like anytime anyone bigs up Rashford, Arsenal fans are coming out making jokes about Bukayo Saka. Anytime the next man's bigged up, it's always a situation. Big up Kaz is in the building. Kaz, what's going on, bro?
Nah, sorry for being late, man. People decided to be late on my stream, so it's just like overwent.
It's a knock-on effect. I get it.
I feel like I ain't been on your channel in so long,
bro. Since when was the last time you were on? Since you were on, you guys turned it around, have done so much things. Arsenal's actually in the title race now. But yeah, man. I remember the West Ham game last year when I first had you on a stream.
The West Ham game? What was that? FA Cup? No, in the league, 1-0.
West Ham in the league, we beat them away from home.
You lot did.
Yeah, I was in Birmingham. Remember, I was in a bunk bed. And you weren't even streaming in your room. You were streaming like on your phone somewhere.
I think I had to. I don't know, man. I'd probably at a game myself.
Times change, bro. But let's talk, bro. Today is basically like it's like you watched First Take before, right? It's just the two of us having a conversation about everything going around in football. What?
Don't mind Dapes. Daps in it. Dapes.
Yeah. So Daps is usually on. It's extra time. Daps and I have done what, 2 shows, and then I did another show with Goonie. So you're the third guest on extra time. But yeah, let's just get straight into it, bro. Talk to me. The Qataris are coming to Manchester United. Liverpool are not being sold. How are you feeling? Because you're loving life right now.
I'm over the moon, yeah. And the fact that it's looking like Qataris will take it, especially from what's coming from their sources, even Qatari, the official Qatari thing, etc. There's the Arab saying the birds are flying or something like that, meaning it's a done deal or something along those lines. I got Mo to translate it yesterday. You can't compete with Arab money, man. It's as simple as that. No matter what you do, you can't compete with it. And then the fact that FSG come out yesterday, and I was on a stream while it was happening as well, and they said, yeah, Liverpool confirmed they're not actually for sale. Like, they just want investment. Made it 10 times better. Because you know what it is? You know what it is, Gal? It's the ITKs. You know who ruined it for them the most, for the fans? It's the content creators. You know, if you know type bullshit. You don't know shit.
Listen, poor Hussam, bro. He's been getting dragged all day.
I didn't say him. It's not just that, brother. It's more than that. Grizz is another one.
You got receipts. But yo, people, we got 70 people in the chat right now. Make sure you do hit that goddamn like button. We're trying to get at least over 100 likes. And shout out to all the people who come over from Never a Foul. Shout out to all you guys. But before we go any further, bro, I think the FSG thing, they don't want it on the market for too long. It's like a house. If you put it on the market for too long, the market value goes
Yeah.
down. And they're like, yo, they're like, no one's bidding for them. Manchester United have how many bidders? 10 people willing to bid?
There's only 2 public bidders, but I can understand why they're public, because if you used to go, this is the thing in business as well, the way it works. So it's like, if another bidder was to come public, that instantly raises the prices in the shares for Manchester United. Like we've been seeing, it's on like $26 at the moment. And I think it risen to about 27, 28 yesterday before it went back down. So if you was to come public, that means the shares will go up, meaning Man United's worth more money, meaning you have to pay out more money because they're like, oh shit, we're worth this amount of money now. So the public, the people that are private don't want to come out because there's already too much going on. We saw the 2 public investors come out, obviously the Qataris, Jim Ratcliffe, and then you saw the prices soar up. So, and then now all of a sudden they want 6 billion for the club. But the thing is, the negotiations with like it always like, that's why now Glazer might come out and throw to the media, yeah, we might stay, because 4.5 billion, they're like, no, we're gonna take as much money as you as possible before we leave. 4.5 billion, I think I can probably get another 500, 700 million out of you guys. So let's wait. Remember, it was the first bid. We'll wait for the second one, but this Qatari guy, he wants it. But from what I'm reading up and what I've seen, he wants this more than whatever. He's a Man United fan as well. He's been to many games. He studied in England and the rest of it, and that's why he didn't go in for Chelsea, because he said, I'm only going to go for one club and it'll be Man United. And
You
as I
wanna know
said, when it comes to competing with Arabs and whatnot, long day.
You want to know something with Qatar? I don't know if you know this, but they were interested in Arsenal before Daniel Ike. They were also interested in Liverpool. They were interested in Newcastle. These Qataris, there's been Qatari investment looking to buy a Premier League club for a long time. And if they can end up getting Manchester United, it's a scary sight. I'm not even going to lie. As an Arsenal fan, a lot of people don't want to really talk about it. But Manchester United, under the right ownership, bro, everyone knows you guys already have the money. You guys already have the assets. You guys already have the fans. If you now have people who don't give a shit about anything but just winning, it's a problem. You could
Yeah,
because
that's all I care about right now. And it's just, we can always dip into the Miguel Delaney, how much of an idiot this guy is. You can clearly tell Ratcliffe has probably asked for some favors from the media to, for the PR side of it, to say, to start discriminating and everything, tea towels on their heads and all this kind of stuff from Luckhurst. Delaney talking about rights and stuff like this. We're talking about when we talk about women in the Middle East, there's the reason why there's minimal crime in the Middle East, bro. Like, women are safer than ever. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want to talk about that kind of thing, but it's like, you're such a, so since I was gonna say, on top of the Miguel Delaney thing before, like, talking about ownership is kind of boring, but if your whole thing, the independent that he works for, is owned by Russians and Saudis, so I expect you to take a cut, or if not leave the whole newspaper. But he doesn't want to respond to that. You got outed. You got absolutely, when it comes to Twitter, right? You can't win. People like, there's a reason why people find that solve murders more than the police, like on Netflix. There was that How to Get Away with Murder or something like that program. And then people online that were watching it came online and said, no, I think this is the murder, and gave evidence. And there've been people that have been arrested because of that. You can't win with people on Twitter. You can't win with the people. And it's such a split. It's not a split in the fan base. I'm telling you now, he said 2/3 of the fan base. United Plug, who's the main Man United source out there, and United Journal, ran a poll. I think it was over 90% voted for the Qataris to be in charge.
Damn.
Because we just want to win, bro.
You know what? There's a lot more to talk about just besides the Qatars, but like, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's exciting times for a Manchester United fan. Let's just jump through some of the stuff going on in the league. Like, when you're looking at this top 4 race, you look at Chelsea,
Yeah.
you look at Tottenham, you look at Newcastle, you look at Liverpool. All their clubs have different situations going on. What are you saying for your top 4? Because I know you keep saying Brighton. I see that everywhere. Are you serious about that, or
Yeah,
because
no, I'm being dead serious.
you're serious about
Because,
that?
all right, I've got good reasons behind that. Yeah, because, all right, Tottenham. No, I said Tottenham probably finish 4th.
Okay.
Brighton, for me, are finishing 5th. So it's like, you deep it, right? Like, out of all the teams currently up there, other than probably Brentford, as well, who I would say are more in the mix, but there's something about the Zerbi that gets everyone's scared to go to Brighton. Why is that? When we talk
because they
about
play
playing good
good
football and
football.
scoring goals, Brighton are scoring a lot of goals. You know, they look absolutely like they look more convincing to me than Chelsea, Liverpool. They even look more nowadays. They look more.
Brighton don't have the quality to do so, man. Let's be honest.
But you say that, but we said the same about Newcastle. Look what they've done this season.
No, but at least Newcastle, I can see the level of investment they had over the last couple of years. They have some quality players who could get into our team. Brighton, they have some decent players. Like we wanted to buy Casado, but I don't really see their team and say, you know what, I'm scared of them. Maybe
All right,
because Matoma, what's his name?
Matoma.
Matoma's been on amazing form. He's been firing them into these wins. I don't know if they're able to do it for long. I personally think it's between Tottenham and Liverpool. I think Chelsea's finished, and we already know about Potter. Potter's got to stay, in my opinion. He can't get sacked.
Well, if they do, they have to pay out 70 million if they want to get rid of him.
Let's just talk about this quickly. Do you think they should sack him on a real?
Should they sack him?
Yeah, because
At this rate, for 70 million.
bro, I think it's ridiculous. If they sack him, they're idiots. They brought him in with no plan. Todd Bowley, he's an absolute imbecile. He doesn't know what he's doing as an owner. And you know what? I was making fun of the fans on the terrace, but it's not really the fans' fault. What do you expect? This is all they know. It's the
Yeah,
owner's.
it's true.
It's the owner's fault. And
it is the owner's fault. Like it's like they don't know what they're doing in the back room. It's clear. It's clear as that. Like they don't. Todd B don't know what he's doing. I don't think Graham Potter can handle a club of this size, and the players don't seem to be switched on, and they don't they don't even want to play for the guy. So, like, make of it as you wish. But why I say Brighton is like, you know, they're on 22 games, right? They got pretty much a game, or if not 2 games in hand on most of the league, right? I'm not saying they're going to win them, but if they do win both of them, they go level on points with Newcastle on 41 points. And then we're having a different conversation again, aren't we?
We definitely would be, but I'm just looking at Brighton and I'm saying to myself, what are their fixtures like? Who are they going to be facing in the second half of the season? There's so many different factors. On top of that, yeah, I'm looking at.
I can give you that. Then they're playing West Ham, who are not in favour at the moment. Moyes might even be getting sacked at some point. They're playing at home as well. They're playing against Leeds, who don't look in great form. They got Crystal Palace, who Brighton are definitely better than. They got us, which might be a blip for them, might be a draw. They could get a point. They might even beat us. Then they got Brentford in the league, which would be that should be a great game, Brighton versus Brentford. But I still might put my favour on Brighton, but Brentford do defend quite well. Then they got Bournemouth. Then they got Spurs, who I definitely think they can beat Spurs. And then they got Chelsea, and everyone's collecting points of Chelsea. So do you get what I'm saying?
I think this is the most wildest take, bro. I think it's so wild. I think, bro, anyone saying one of the top teams, like with the players that could fire you into that top 4 race, with a top 4 race, you have to be the most consistent out of all the other inconsistent.
Yeah,
teams.
That's top 4, but I'm saying 5th.
I thought you were saying 4th the whole time.
No, bro. I'm saying 5th. I said Tottenham for 4th.
No, that's fair. That's fair. The whole time I thought you were saying this is a case for Brighton to be fair.
No.
What? Okay, that makes sense. Tottenham 4th, but even if Tottenham get 4th, Antonio Conte is gone. We're talking about Potter.
I don't think he's going to want to stay.
He's going to have to leave, in my opinion.
I don't think the Tottenham fans even want him. And after seeing some attacking football from an assistant manager in Stellini, it's like, why don't you go get the Zerbi then? I think the Zerbi's a better. He could be a good coach for Tottenham. Well, actually, no, he will never go there. But if we talk about the next best thing, the Zerbi plays some good football. Would it be the same mistake? He's probably got better credentials than Potter as well.
Okay, well, what about this? Call me crazy. I know you're a Man United fan, but I got Liverpool finishing 4th.
But they might go on a run, but then I feel like Man United might just end their momentum. I think we beat them at Anfield.
I think even if you beat them, it doesn't mean they're over. Tottenham and Newcastle are inconsistent teams. They have not been, at times they've looked good, and at times Newcastle have drawn a lot of games. Manchester City, Man United, Arsenal are the 3 guaranteed. Depends whatever order you want to put them in. But the 4th, I genuinely believe it could be any of Newcastle, Tottenham, or Liverpool.
I don't see Newcastle finishing for me. I don't know what it is about that team. They look deflated after they lose this weekend as well against us. They're going to be even more deflated. I don't want to hear our 2 games a week kind of stuff because they've been playing 1 game a week. Other than the midweek games to get into the final, it's like they haven't been playing a lot of games. They don't have to focus on anything at the moment except the cup final and the league, and it's like that's all they've been doing anyways.
There's no pressure on Newcastle, so I get you.
Yeah, and I
100%.
don't, and I don't believe in them. I never have believed in them. I mean, in a way, I thought like, yeah, they probably might get it. They might get top four, but they've just fucked themselves massively because they can't win games. They just draw, and now they got spanked by at home. It's like to Newcastle. I mean, to Liverpool, like obviously who collected points off them before. I don't know for them, man. I don't know if they got enough in the bank to get them into the top four anymore.
This is where James Madison came into play. If they would have got James
Mm.
Madison in January, boom, guaranteed top four, in my
I think
opinion.
so as well. The creative spark that they need.
But they didn't get him. Similar to how some other teams haven't gotten their players in. Let me know, people in the chat. Who do you think is going to get it? People are saying after United win the Carabao Cup, confidence going to go through the roof. The belief start the Red Army with the hunt. You think you're going to beat them? Obviously, with Karius in goal, you guys
Yeah,
have the advantage now.
that's it for me. And the thing is, Bruno Gomes is back, but he hasn't got no match sharpness about him. He hasn't
Fair enough.
played in like two and a half weeks, 3 weeks, something like that since February, since they got sent off against Southampton.
Fair enough. You know what? Moving away from the top four race, I got Liverpool. You got Tottenham, but you think fifth is gonna be what's it called? Brighton. I think Newcastle might finish fifth. I think Tottenham dropped to sixth.
I just think Brighton's got more in the bank than Newcastle. They find more ways to win. They score more goals. Even if they concede, they might outscore you. They've always got a chance at home as well. Don't get me wrong. St James's Park is still a fortress regardless. It's a hard game. It's hard ground to go to. They've only lost there twice all season, but you don't know if you're going to get a draw. Like you can go there, like cool, probably going to get a draw.
I've heard you say this on numerous shows. You're just happy, but be honest. In the back of your mind, are you not thinking about title race? Are you not thinking
Yeah,
about you could?
obviously, but the thing is, it's the way we've been written off. Like, remember, like the laughter, Daps in particular as well. Oh, you was in a title race for 24 hours. Oh, you was in the title race for 3 days and started laughing. But now you want to include us in a title race. Why am I gonna allow people to start doing that? I feel like, oh, you're in a title race. You should be looking at the title. I'm like, bro, we're in 4 competitions, including the Premier League.
You
We're
know
in a
what it is,
final.
bro? It is plausible. So it's like this is why people are saying say it now before it actually happens, and then you try.
Nah, I'm taking my time, Miguel, man.
Come
I'm taking
on,
my
get into it.
time because I'm not trying to get clicked by no one just yet. And the thing is, it's okay. Like, even if I say I'm in a title race, doesn't mean we're gonna actually win it. It just means we're in some sort of race. I just think there's too much going on at Man United. It's good that we got McTominay back now. It's just an option. I know he's not the greatest, but he's an option. Anthony's back. Martial's back again, and the Low's fit. Everyone looks fit and sharp. You know, like that's the main thing. The only thing we're missing out really is Ericsson. Sabitzer can now play with Casemiro for the first time on Thursday, if that's possible, or on the weekend. So there's options there, man. It's going to be a difficult one, but we're in so many competitions that I'm not even thinking about the league because I don't think it's realistic. I'm thinking about winning Europa League and the Carabao Cup, and I'm thinking, cool. You know what? Get top four, three even. Actually, I think we're going to get second. I think we're better than Man City.
You know what? While you're here, let's talk about forget about the title race. Then Europa League. You play Barcelona midweek. Are you
Yeah, Degs, we
concerned?
should smash them, bro.
Smash them.
Like, I'm not joking. I'm thinking two. I'm thinking 3-1. If
Smash them though.
you smash them, bro, they got no midfield. They just got Busquets, who's come back, I believe, but he's not match fit at
Okay.
all, and he's old, bro. He's old, G. Like, I'm not trying to hear it. He can't move. You can't play against Old Trafford and not move. So you can play your De Jong and your Kessie. Kessie didn't have a great game. De Jong didn't have a great game. They got no Pedri, no Gavi. That's the two main ones. They had 7 goals conceded in the league in Europe, but in Europe they're crap. This season, that is where it is. Lewandowski didn't do it well. He got technically he helped for that second goal, but when you deep their goals, they scored from a corner and someone whipping in a ball that was mistimed. Look at our goals. Our goals were great. Like Rashford, don't get wrong, came from a corner, had to beat a man and put it across the box for Bruno. And then the first goal, Rashford, you know what I mean? It was
Let me
inevitable.
just stop you for a second. People in the chat, let me know what you think is going to happen in the second leg because it's tied 2-2 at this moment in
It's
time.
not a tight game.
It's tied though, 2-2 on
It's not a
aggregate.
tight game. And the fact is, yeah, Kunde should have got sent off as well. So they
That's
tried to
true.
play their dirty tricks again. Alonso away. Look, when you come to Old Trafford, clearly it's not the same ground anymore. It's like Emirates. You don't think you're going to go to Emirates and get a win. Like I know City did, but we've got that. We've got that over you. You know what I mean? Like we ain't lost since the start of the season at Old Trafford. Barcelona can't handle the press. Clearly, they haven't got the play. What's
But
going to come off the
Barcelona
bench and
made
change?
rotations. Barcelona
Huh?
made a lot of rotations to play you that first game. They took
And
it.
That's up to them, bro. And then why are you gonna rotate and that's just to come again? And they're probably gonna go out. G. I'll be honest. Like I
Really?
can't deny Man United at Old Trafford right now. We had no Martinez and we also had no Sabitzer. We played with a bare 11 that game, pretty much. And now we've got Sancho who's more fit. You had a good game against Barcelona. Had an even better game in Leicester against in a 10. Vegas had a great game in a 10. Vegas, bro. We're talking about a number 9 playing number 10. You get what I'm saying? Bruno had a great game. Why shouldn't it be any different? If not, it should be even better.
Okay, while we're here, let's actually talk about the Europa League because I don't know if you guys are gonna win, but I'm gonna just look at some of the games and I'm saying to myself, if you guys do win, who's left in the competition? You have Shakhtar, Rennes, you have Ajax, Union Berlin, and then you got the rest
I
of
would
the
love to
guys.
get Ajax.
You got PSG, you got Juventus, and you know what? We could actually end up playing each other in the next round. There's no cup ties, you know.
Yeah. But even if we come up against you right now, I'm so confident in my team, especially after a cup final. If we win that, I think it's just a wrap, man.
I think the Europa League, we're taking it for granted how competitive it is this year.
I be honest, Gal. I'm gonna be so serious. Europa League looks way more interesting than Champions League this season.
I said this. People laughed at me.
But you want to laugh because of the competition itself. But when you deep the teams in there and deep the teams that are actually
Bro,
in I'm more excited to watch Europa League.
I made a TikTok the moment Barcelona and Juventus went down. I said the Europa League this season is the new Champions League. There's bigger teams, more prestige, and more eyes are on the Man United Barcelona match than there are on today's Liverpool Real Madrid match. That's a fact.
100%.
That's a
100%. But
fact.
people want to downplay it. And then if Man United get Arsenal, that's going to be the most watched
And
all
you
over
know
the
what?
world.
100%. And even if Arsenal get Juventus, like I think
That's
that
a
would
massive
get more,
game.
I think that would get more viewership than some of these other Champions League ties. Like I'm looking at the
Yeah.
Champions League game today, Napoli, Frankfurt. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'd rather maybe it's just me. Napoli's on fire, but I would rather
Yeah.
watch some of the Europa League ties.
I'll be real. There was one in there that I just saw that you put up. I think it was Roma. But the Roma game looks interesting. That's Mourinho's side. There's a whole Mourinho there.
We're gonna have to be back again, hopefully, after if the Europa League really gets heated and we're both in it. Because I'm not gonna lie to you. Guess what?
Go
Partey's
on.
back soon. Jesus is back
Wait,
soon.
I know Jesus is back, but I don't know if Partey's back with him or not.
Jesus is gonna come back after Partey. Partey's back this week.
Okay,
Jesus,
so he's gonna play this weekend.
Yes, he's gonna be part of the squad, hopefully. And Jesus is gonna be back next week. So both of them could be back before the Champions League tie.
So with Thomas Partey, is he in team training?
1 second, I might get disconnected because I need to connect this.
Hold on.
Okay, I'm good. Anyways,
Yeah. So wait, is Thomas Partey? Is he in team training?
Yeah, it was announced today that Partey is back with the first team, and he might be available for.
No, he will be available. He'll be on the. He won't start. He'll be on a bench, but he'll be there. And you have
but they're
got.
not going to rush it because
You got this week. You got Leicester away as well.
Because of Jorginho, we're not going to rush it. Jorginho literally has given us new life. But let's go through some of these Champions League predictions before we go back into some of the debate. What are we saying for Liverpool, Real Madrid? Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I think what is it at Anfield?
I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go 2-1 Real Madrid.
I think it's gonna be a 1-1 draw. I think it's gonna be a situation where both teams have chances, and it's just gonna be a tight game. And when it goes back to the Bernabeu, Liverpool lose. What about you?
I think it's gonna be 2-1 Real Madrid.
Ooh. So you don't even give them a chance.
No, because that midfield is shit. They got Fabinho, Bajcetic, and Henderson.
Let's pull this up.
Where are the legs? Tell me where the legs are.
The young kid is he not fast?
No.
Okay, so they're done out here then.
You need legs around Bajcetic. Bajcetic he's very good, but you're relying on the 18-year-old to come up against Camavinga, Valverde, and who's the other centre mid they got?
Who?
Modric.
Militao.
That midfield three that they've got there is sublime.
Bro, Valverde and Rodrigo on this side is attacking. Very attacking.
But Valverde's more of it. Remember, Valverde's a box-to-box. He's very good defensively as well. Camavinga as well, box-to-box. He always plays good. Modric is Modric. He's never had a great game at Anfield. But remember, Liverpool haven't beaten Real Madrid since 2009.
I'm not gonna lie. Liverpool. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a two. It's gonna be a 1-0. I mean, a 1-1 or a 2-1 Real Madrid. It's not Liverpool are not winning this game. I
That's
don't
what I'm
see it.
saying.
You know what? Don't call. You can never count Liverpool out at home in a European night, but still, maybe that's
Mm.
just a cliche. But at the same time, honestly, I don't see how they do it. Napoli, on the other hand, Napoli should burst and just destroy Frankfurt. Frankfurt's
Yeah, I
not that
can't lie.
good.
I'm gonna make a mad statement as well. I think Napoli will get to the final this season of the Champions League.
I think they win it.
I said that, but I can't knock heritage. I know Napoli do have some heritage in the Champions League, obviously Maradona, and everything. But that's years and years ago, bro. That was it. I don't even know if that was Champions League. I think that was called the Cup Winners' Cup or some shit like that.
Did you see? Did you see that TikTok somebody made last year where they predicted all the winners for like a couple years ago? A tweet where they predicted a bunch of winners and they got Chelsea. They predicted Napoli to win this one. They predicted Real Madrid to win last year. Madness.
Mm, that's I
I
even
don't
seen that
believe.
tweet. That's a mad tweet though.
I don't
I
believe in
would've,
that
if
kind of
that guy
shit.
didn't put if that guy is not like if he believes in betting and I would have put he would be fuming if he didn't put a bet down for that.
Yeah, bro. I don't gamble, but the year the Raptors won the NBA Finals, I knew it from the beginning of the season when we got Kawhi, we were gonna win. I just knew. Like I had a feeling, should I bet something? But I don't gamble.
Mm. I hate you
Crazy.
on that one. Yeah,
Did you ever have one of those feelings like the Leicester season or anything? Did you ever have a feeling like that?
no one had that feeling. There's only one person that had that feeling, and even he didn't have a feeling. He just put a tenner on Leicester to win the league because it was 6,000 to 1. I said, why not?
Crazy,
Mad, isn't
crazy.
it?
100%. Well, let's go to the other games. Leipzig. Yo, Hamza's scared. You think they're gonna lose?
Say that again, sorry.
Hamza's shitting it when it comes to
No, because
Leipzig.
I'm not trying to hear these excuses. I didn't hear this 2 weeks ago, 3, 4 weeks ago. Bundesliga tax and all that. Man City have no excuse to not be winning that game. They should, with their quality and what they have going on. This is the whole point why they got Haaland, no?
True.
It's for
That's why
games
they.
like this. Haaland was in the Bundesliga only last year. He was burying everyone. 40 odd goals, 44, something like that. Do it again.
So you think they're gonna do it easy?
I can't lie.
You know
think
they
I
have. Do you know what
think
their team is,
I think Man City win. I think Man City will win it. I think they
bro?
win like 2-0.
Man City don't have Kevin De Bruyne. I don't think they
They don't
have.
they don't have Kevin De Bruyne.
No,
My prediction changing. They're losing 2-1.
because if I'm not mistaken, I seen somewhere where KDB is out. I think either Rodri or Laporte, one of them is out, and they
Yeah.
had a third player out.
Can't
So
lie,
Manchester City have like three players out.
Gavardio is a very. I can't. I want to watch Gavardio, especially Gavardio. See how he does against Haaland and that. So
Yeah.
I'll be.
Okay. Yeah. Laporte and Kevin De Bruyne 100% out. 100%
Forte
out.
and that's a big miss. That's a big miss, man. But who? Actually, I don't know what we can really say for them. Leipzig are. I would say. Let me think about that. Leipzig's last result, they just beat Wolfsburg 3-0, but then they lost against Union Berlin at home 2-1. And then they drew against FC Köln 0-0. I don't really believe in this Leipzig team. They should still be winning. I should tell a lie. Man City should be winning this regardless. Regardless. They play Leipzig in before. They always beat them, man.
So what are we saying?
I'm
You're
gonna,
just
I'm gonna go 2-1 City. I think they will get a goal. They probably get an early goal to be fair, Leipzig. But I just think Haaland's inevitable, man. You know,
hmm.
like Premier League ball is different than Bundesliga ball. They can play the way they play and still get goals.
That's true, but at the same time, I'm just thinking you make that much rotation in such a meaningful game like this. City have the experience of bottling it in Champions Leagues. They
But
could
why
find
would you
themselves
believe in
in.
Leipzig though?
It's bro. It's not about believing in Leipzig. Did I believe in Leon? It's just
No,
City
but
have
we're talking about round of 16.
City have a way of messing things up. You know, if they mess it up from here, it just makes my life harder because it would be
But
harder
they
to
get to
win at home.
consistent semi-finals. I don't see City going out against someone like Leipzig. They got too much quality. Like they still got Mahrez in there. Like remember, Champions League is so different from Premier League, and I'm not saying it's going to be harder or less, but they can play the way they play and be less predictable and still do whatever they want to do. It depends what
Fair
Leipzig
enough.
want from this game. They're the first home. They're the home team. What do you want to get out of this game? They're going to play counter attacking. Facts.
Regardless what happens, they're gonna get banter if they don't win. But Leipzig is no mugs.
Yeah, if
Leipzig
they
are
don't
no
win.
mugs. Leipzig
Huh?
are no mugs. That's all I'm saying. Leipzig are no mugs, and especially with the fact that they're traveling away for the first game. Man City, do they do well away from home in first legs?
All I know, they get to semi-finals. They don't. They usually. It's like the only thing I can think back to is the Real Madrid. They done very well at home. Got slapped at the Bernabeu, but that's Real Madrid.
It is what it is. Chelsea versus Dortmund. Honestly, I'm not too. I don't really care if Chelsea go through. Regardless, I think Chelsea are out versus Dortmund, and then Tottenham. I think Milan are gonna bottle it to Tottenham.
Yeah, I think Tottenham will go through.
Yeah, somehow Tottenham are gonna do it.
Milan looks so bad. They look
How did
worse
they
than
win the
Tottenham.
league last year?
I don't know what happened. I don't know what the change is. Maybe it's injuries. I don't know. I don't really watch Milan. I think they're boring.
I watched a couple games last year. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was high scoring, but it was a lot of defensive errors on both ends.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Tottenham should have that something to get through Milan, a 1-0 at least, or at least get a 1-0 themselves and bring it to extra time or penalties.
You know what? The Champions League next year is going to be way more lit with Manchester United and Arsenal finally back in the Champions League. Let's be honest. That is much better than Tottenham and Chelsea. I don't honestly.
Well, I think Tottenham might even get in there again, though.
Who cares? If I want to see Arsenal, Liverpool, the traditional three back in the Champions League next season. I don't want to see Tottenham or Chelsea. Maybe it's just because I hate on them.
Chelsea are not getting in. It's too far off for me. It's way too far. They're like 17 points off of us, let alone 13 points or something off the top four, and that's a lot of points to gain. And they got to play. Remember, Chelsea got to play Tottenham this weekend. Could be a decider, you know.
That could be a sackable offense if he loses.
Yeah, I mean, Chelsea fans will be they'll be in uproar.
I love it. I love seeing the Chelsea fans. I love it. Did you see this video I posted on the timeline with the what's his name? I forget his name. You know who I'm talking about, right? What was his name? The guy. I forgot his name, man. Angry Rat Man, bro.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. He posted like an 8. I've seen it. Yeah, go on.
I got it right here. I'm gonna play it. The guy went nuts.
Get out! Get out! Guys, it's enough! 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 I had enough of this Graham asshole Potter!
What do you do with these guys? I'm telling you, prime angry Rentman. Prime. The guy went nuts. Listen, Johnny Mineral is also going crazy fighting Chelsea fans. Chelsea fans are banter FC at this point. It's done.
Yeah, but they're the new AFT. Lewis's channel's like the new AFTV. Like, you know what I mean?
It's been like that for a minute. You guys didn't realize, bro. Thing Alex shot out of his window a long time ago. That clip is like old. All these clips are old. But let's get into the Arsenal Manchester United debate for the last couple of minutes of the show. You always see this debate, and you're not too fond on these debates. But what is your stance on the Rashford Bukayo Saka thing? Because in my opinion, Bukayo Saka is a better player, but Rashford, he's better producer. He produces better numbers.
Yeah, I could agree with that. Saka's definitely more intelligent. He's definitely a better football player. But yeah, Rashford obviously produces more. Not saying Saka's even far behind, but the fact that Rashford's 25 years old, man, and Saka's 21. That's the difference. So what happens when Saka's 25? You know what I mean? So there's no point even comparing the two. I can't be bothered. There's no point. It's just Rashford should be doing this at his age. And Saka probably shouldn't be doing as much as what he's doing at the moment at his age. He probably should still be in development, but he's beyond his years at the moment. Because I think he's over reliant on though.
What?
A bit like us. I think he's a bit over reliant. Like you rely on him quite a lot.
How is that?
Because I don't think your front three have been that great at the second half of, well, let's say since the World Cup. Martinelli hasn't really been great for me. And Kessie had a little bit of room, then kind of fell off to the point you was asking for it to be dropped for Trossard. You think I didn't see that? Trossard hasn't impressed me, and I just think Saka's been a guy that spark, whether it's been the first goal or setting up the first goal. Saka, some way, shape, or form, has been the guy to be setting it up. So I think when it comes to your attacking play, I think you've been playing great, obviously, but I think Saka's the main spark in your front line.
I completely disagree. I think our team, we literally have numerous players who do the same that can spread it out. You have Ødegaard, who can create numerous chances and can be the spark of the attack. You have Gabriel Martinelli, who can be a spark and get goals and create his own chances. You have Bukayo Saka, who can do that. You have Gabriel Jesus, who can do that. And even at points in the season, Granit Xhaka, who could do that. So when
I
it comes
hear.
into it, we have 5 players who have more than 25 chances created and also have goals and assists in their pockets. So when it comes to the whole over relying on Bukayo Saka thing, this is not a situation where we're relying on one player. Bukayo
No, you're
Saka
not
didn't
relying on him,
show
but
up.
I think you look towards him the most out of your whole front three. I don't think in recent time as well, and Nketiah hasn't been impressive. Martinelli's been asked to get dropped. Trossard ain't done shit. Who else? There's no one else in your front line other than Saka to really do you something. Where at the start of the season, it wasn't. At the start of the season, it was all front three. Like it was literally, it's a go time. I think you have been reliant on him to do something. Odegaard's also dropped off in form. Those goals have
What?
kind of, yeah, he's
Odegaard's off the back of 2 back-to-back player of the months.
no. Odegaard has not.
Come on.
You know when we talk
Come
about
on now.
levels, when we talk about
Come
levels,
on
yeah,
now.
the way we talk about Odegaard, yeah, nowadays, I was calling the best in December when the 2022, that's that part of the season. Odegaard was I was calling him the best player in the league by
He
far.
still is.
Not at the moment.
No, maybe Rashford's performing
No,
really good.
yeah, but yeah, no. But I'm talking about performance-wise, take away goals. Even Rashford, performance-wise, Rashford ain't had all the greatest performances. He's just been getting some GA under him. Odegaard's form that I've been expecting, he hasn't really influenced the game as much as I think he has at the moment.
You know, he got man of the
He is
match
a
last
spark.
year.
He is your spark. But there's been times where I'm seeing Odegaard. Now, I've watched Arsenal a lot this season, bro. Like I don't watch highlights. I literally
No,
watch
I
the
get
game,
that. I get that.
and his form has dipped dramatically, bro. Like he's not
No, that's
there
not
for
true.
me.
That's not true. What the issue is, it's gone from a guy who scored back-to-back games where he's getting braces and getting 2 assists and 3 assists and getting so many goal contributions to somebody who may not be getting all the goal contributions, but he's still producing.
No.
When you-
I hear you. It's not about GA for me. I don't give a shit about GA. It depends how you play. I've been watching Odegaard. He hasn't been playing the greatest. I can't lie. Villa wasn't playing the greatest. Not at all. Everton, not really there. And I'm gonna go to some of your wins against Arsenal. For me, Odegaard wasn't it. He was not the guy. You know who's actually running that for me? It was your fullbacks, bro. In that second half, your fullbacks were dictating everything, and then everything else. And Nketiah, his movement, this, that, and the other. I'll go back to Man City. Odegaard didn't influence that. Brentford, he wasn't really great in that. I'm talking recent times, by the way, and obviously I'm not talking about overall. Yeah, I'm just talking about recently. And that's why I
But
say Arsenal, the draw against Newcastle wasn't there. Tottenham, you lot smashed them.
listen, I'm saying if you
You lot absolutely smashed them. But last notable performance for me
one
for
second.
Ødegaard was against not just Tottenham but also Brighton. That's like a big collection of games for me, anyways. But why I say if you look towards who's gonna do you something, who's had consistent games, performances, Saka,
Okay, let
and
me
it's
ask you
been like
something.
that.
Take out Bukayo Saka. You're saying it dip in performances. You take
Oh,
out
yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. I don't. If you
Take out
take him out,
You take out Jesus, we see a different performance. You take out
yeah, no,
Partey,
yeah.
you see a
That's it.
different
That's it. I
performance.
think Jesus
You take out
complements
anybody, you see
Martinelli.
a
I think
different
Jesus
performance.
complements your front three a lot more than Nketiah does. Of course, he does. It is Jesus, and I think Jesus is going to be the reason why Martinelli is going to have a 6-second part of the season.
Okay, let's talk about Martinelli for a second. You know how people were comparing Rashford and Sancho? Today, I was seeing a lot of people popping up with Jadon Sancho and Gabriel Martinelli.
That doesn't make any sense because
It's
Sancho's
just
just come back. Sancho's just come back. He's got a few GA under him now. If you want to compare Sancho to anybody, let's be realistic. If you're on the Arsenal, you might as well compare him to Reece Nelson. So if you want to
that's
compare
what I'm
anyone,
saying.
but if you want to compare someone like Martinelli and do it properly, the players that actually play similar, Martinelli
Foden.
and Rashford are Martinelli and Rashford play very similar in behind wingers, take on one-on-ones, all that stuff, left winger cutting inside. You get what I'm saying? That's the type of player. Saka is Saka, bro.
I'll comfortably sit here and say Rashford currently is better than Martinelli. But when it
Easy.
comes easy, right? But when it comes to Bukayo Saka and Rashford, the only reason why there's constantly a debate is because let's be honest, for club, for country, Bukayo Saka delivers and he's been doing it. And Rashford took a dip
Oh,
last
yeah.
season.
You can say the
Rashford took a
World Cup.
dip.
World Cup, you can say they
Rashford,
were on the same level.
no, but Euros also. Rashford took a dip last season.
Oh, yeah, but
And
that's not hard.
and the dip from last season is what lost him a little bit of ratings. I seen Manchester United fans saying sell him last season. I was saying
But he was that bad. There was every excuse to say sell him. It was that bad. Like, honestly, when I say consistently bad, I know not even bad, awful. Like, And it's not even like it was like 18 months of it. You're gonna give up on the player.
He wasn't focused on football. That's why.
I don't know what it was. It's not just that. It don't matter who you brought into Man United. All these talents over the past 10 years, everyone's failed under Manchester United. You can't tell me one successful player other than probably Ibrahimovic. Yeah. So everyone's failed at Man United pretty much. It don't matter who came. The club was so toxic. It don't matter what happens. It's gonna flop one way or another. But it didn't have the correct type of manager that has a balance of everything. Oli, too nice. Mourinho, not too nice. Louis Van Gaal, dinosaur, bro. Moyes never was the right fit. So it's consistently bad. So it wouldn't matter who comes in. Now things are changing. Eric Ten Hag's got a chip out of players, and now the club's getting sold. It's not just Rashford that's improving, G. Wan-Bissaka is, I don't know what's possessing him at the moment, but that brother knows how to attack and keep the ball and keep playing 1-2s with Sancho against Leicester. It's a joke.
He's getting coached. He's getting coached.
He's getting coached for the first time since Louis Van Gaal.
That's what it is. But yo, we're gonna wrap it up here. Obviously, we gotta go watch the Champions League. It was a great stream. Love the fact that we're here, just having a conversation like pals. The team was trash. What team?
No, I think Man United's team were quite trash.
Man United's team have improved
And
massively.
unbalanced.
And you know what? Manchester United and Arsenal are somewhat back at this moment in time. We can comfortably say that at this moment.
That's what I like, though, isn't it? It's just like, it's funny how football works in circles, right?
Yeah, we were getting made fun of just a couple months ago. Now it seems like we're the ones laughing at Chelsea and Tottenham. But you know what?
And Liverpool.
Football goes in cycles. If we win the Premier League this season, you might be winning it very soon yourselves. You never know.
I think we can win it next season. I'll be real.
Hey, there you go.
We still got a few hundred more million to spend.
I think winning back to back is always difficult. So if Arsenal win it this season, it's going to be difficult for us to win back to back. But first, let's just win it before I start talking about back to backs. Right? But yeah, big up Kaz for jumping on. Big up everyone in the chat. Big up my guy Cameron saying, like, you can't single out Rashford's form. What are you? I'm missing everyone.
Everyone was trash. Everybody.
No, that's
not a single player. Not one player was good.
Maguire was guaranteed start under Ollie. What the fuck? Yeah, Maguire hasn't played for you guys at all.
He's getting sold. I can't wait. Bro, the fan base is going to go in up. I can't wait to make a video of it.
Listen, you guys have a wonderful day. Have yourselves a great day. Big up Never a Foul. Make sure you do give them a subscribe right now. The link is in the description. Just go click on it and you can go check out their channel and subscribe also. If you haven't already done that, what are you doing? And yo, Kaz, thanks for coming on, bro.
Bless.